Hi, welcome to my very messy TieNet page. TieNet's also known as MTSS and sometimes also known as PowerSchool Special Programs. Now this is my homepage. Your homepage is going to look similar but different, not nearly as messy as mine. But you will have all the same types of features. You'll have a message center where you'll have messages where you can send between each other in TieNet. You're going to have a quick access section, which will show you all of the students you've recently worked with. You will also have access to reports. I have a lot of reports I've subscribed to on my homepage, and you might have one or two, but you'll also be able to subscribe to more if you'd like. You'll have help resources as well. If you click right here on MTSS, that basically takes you back to the screen. You'll have a search where you'll be able to search for students and for staff. You'll be able to look at standard reports as well and do some of the communication. Over here in the top right hand side, you'll have your location finder. It's going to have where your current location is. So if you are at more than one school, so say if you're at both Tasuki and Mandela, you'll be able to see both Tasuki and Mandela in the TieNet system. But you will have to choose which school you're at. So if you're looking for a particular student who is at Tasuki, you're going to make sure that you choose Tasuki. And that's going to take you into that file. If you're looking at Mandela, you would choose Mandela. And we're going to go ahead and look in Albert because that's going to be where our next student is. Now, if you have only one location, you're not going to see this and you won't need it either. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like to actually look for a student and to look inside their documents. I went ahead and collapsed my homepage so it wouldn't look so busy. Now you can look and find for students in two different ways. You can go up here to your search button, click on students, and then search for them that way. Or if you've worked with them just recently, you can go down to students recently worked with, and you can click on their files there. So right here we have an icon that's blue. It looks kind of like a paper, and that's supposed to represent their file, all of the papers in their file. Over here it looks like it's the profile, and it looks a little bit like a driver's license type of thing, maybe. And that's so you can look at their profile. You're really going to only really need to look at their document. So I'm going to go into Jillian Bond 007. And now I've gone into her file. And this has all the possible documents that have been created for her. Now, some of you will be able to create new documents, especially if you're doing SAT and 504s. And if you're in a special education teacher or a gifted teacher, you will have IEPs. And I'll put that in another video. But right now, what I want you to see is the different type of documents. And I have a lot of documents in draft right now just because I've been doing different things with this particular child, who's not real, by the way. But let's go ahead and look at an IEP. What you always want to look at and see, make sure that it's inactive and that it is the latest one in the bunch. Since I've been fooling around in this file just doing a bunch of things, this one hasn't been finalized quite yet. But we're going to go ahead and look in here just to show you how to navigate between pages. So I'm going to click on the document that I want to look at. And it's going to take me to my home page of that document. Some documents are just one-pagers. However, most documents are not. In this case, this document has tons of pages and you want to know how do you turn the page. It's pretty easy. It's a thing called a flyout. If you go up here to the top where it says student demographics, that's the first page. Hover your cursor over that down arrow until it goes up, and it's going to reveal all of the possible pages that you can look at. So if I have a child who's in special education and I want to know what her accommodations are, I can go down here to where the instructional accommodations or modifications are. I'll click on that, and it's going to give me all of the accommodations that this kiddo has listed. If I want to know what their goals are, I can go to the goal page. And this will also tell the present levels. And if I want to look at something called IEP at a glance, some of our documents have it and some of it don't. But it gives you a bird's eye view of everything. Now this is a great document, except there's a bug in it right now. And so that bug is right here, as you can see, it has this weird red thing. And when we look at the goals, the goals don't bring all of it over. Now, hopefully we'll get TieNet to fix it. I have a ticket in, but as of right now, it's a little buggy, but it gives you a good bird's eye view. And so that's pretty much how you navigate any document, including a SAT referral, which is a nice one-page document. As well as other documents on the page. All right, so that's how you navigate through and you find a document. So now we're back on my homepage, and I want to show you how to access some reports. You'll be able to go up to reporting and choose standard reports and search for a report, but you might also have a report that is on your homepage. We're going to go ahead and look at just one report. It's called the IEP Timeline Management Report that I made. And it has a lot of information in here that's great. And this particular one has an organizational filter. So you want to go ahead and choose the filter where you're going to look at, so your particular school. And we're going to just look at Alvord. Alvord was a school that used to exist a long time ago, but it doesn't. So I put all of my practice students in there. So you can see on this particular report, I'm able to pull in a lot of different information about these students, like the school, their ID, their last name, first name, but also some really good information about timelines, like when's the most recent one, how many days until the next one. Oh my God, 3,000? This was real, oh boy. The evaluation due date, how many more days till that's due, their case manager, whether they are eligible for transportation, alternate assessment, ESY, all sorts of different things. So that's just one report that you have access to, and that's very important for you if you're a special education teacher or you're a principal or anyone who works in the special education realm. Other fields are going to have other ones too that will be just as important to see. So I just wanted to quickly show you that's how you can look at those. I'm going to go back to our home page, and then this pretty much concludes our tour. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.